Before I talk about the actual show, I want to talk about one thing. Disney Plus has both seasons shoved into one. They only count season 2 and season 1 as one season for some reason. I do have the disc collection though, and I have both seasons. But I watched it on Disney Plus because it's easier. But, let's talk about the actual show. I don't think it's aged the best, not animation wise, not Spider-Man wise. Josh Keaton will always be amazing as Spider-Man. He's voiced Spider-Man in a few games too. And I honestly think he's a pretty underrated voice actor. I liked him as that one villain, I think it's Black Spider, ironically, in Young Justice. He's pretty good. He's played Spider-Man a few times in the games too. Edge of Time and Shattered Dimensions. I'm pretty sure he's played him one more time in a game too. I don't like the villains. Most of the villains in this. Lizard is fine. I think he's portrayed decently. It's pretty hard to fuck up Lizard. But Electro is. His origin is dumb. His character is dumb. He drops a drill on an electric thing, then grabs the drill after he just clearly broke something electric. And now there's sparks flying out of it. Sure, he doesn't see because he's grabbing without looking, but he has ears. And goes flying backwards, and then he blames Connors. Connors tries to help him, and he's like, "It's the least you can do." And then there's a corny moment, which Spider-Man himself is corny. I wouldn't complain if it was Spider-Man making a corny joke or Spider-Man doing something corny. That's something he's known for in the comics. But the villains aren't exactly known for being corny, at least not most of them. And Electro is like, "I'm that thing you called me earlier. I'm Electro." And that's what they do with, like, Vulture, too. He's like, "I'm that thing you called me earlier. I'm a vulture." And Shocker's like, "I'm the Shocker." And it's so stupid. Although I did think Shocker was actually decently portrayed compared to all the other villains. But, you know, they also try and make them, like, all badass. Like, every single villain. Like, there's scenes where Spider-Man will say something. This is only an example, because this one actually does fit Doc Ock's character. But they do that with a lot of characters. This is just an example. Where Spider-Man is like, you're not going to beat me as long as I'm conscious, and then Doc Ock says something like, "That can be arranged," or whatever. And then he just proceeds to beat the shit out of Spidey. That works for Doc Ock. But they do that with almost every character in this show. Spider-Man will say something setting it up for the villain to say something really cool. Sandman has one too where he has Spider-Man trapped under like some construction stuff and he's about to smash his head with a hammer and he has this corny line. I'm not the biggest fan of most of the villains in this season. I remember loving season 2 and wanting more when I was a kid. So I still think this show holds up really well. Animation, amazing. Josh Keaton, amazing. Story, amazing. Like everything about this show is amazing besides the villains. I don't think they handled the villains very well. That is my only criticism. A Spectacular Spider-Man. Green Goblin was really good. Besides like him occasionally doing rhymes. That was weird. It's not really a Green Goblin thing. But it was kind of cool. It kind of worked. I don't expect them to be exactly like their comic characters, because some of these characters that are in this show are more disturbing. But at the same time, man, I I don't get it. Why'd they make all these villains so generic? I don't think I can really review the episodes like I would with like regular show or something like that. It's pretty decent.